Established in 1975, Zululand Mission Air Transport has flown more than 40,000 flights in northeastern KwaZulu Natal, transporting doctors, medical personnel and supplies into some of the most remote clinics of the province. Since its inception, Zumat has utilized the MAWL aircraft, known for its short takeoff and landing or STOL capabilities, especially from short, rough bush airstrips. Building and maintaining our own airstrips has become unsustainable. The shortage of personnel and the increased pressure on open land has led to most of our airstrips becoming condemned. Often our clinic airstrips are littered with rocks and other debris. Tracks across the airstrips erode, creating deep furrows, which make for very challenging operating conditions. At Hluhluwe's clinic, the airstrip is the brown patch in the center of the screen right now. Power lines were erected across the threshold, instantly making the airfield unserviceable. Other hazards that we face on a daily basis include livestock, pedestrians, and vehicles on our runways. Then, in 2007, we had a near disaster when a brake failure at Mabibi Clinic led to the aircraft veering off the runway. Thanks to the skill of the pilot, the damage was contained to the aircraft, but it demonstrated the risk of operating on short, rough airstrips. Since then, Zumat has investigated the use of helicopters with which to continue our clinic support flights. Join me now as we spend a day demonstrating this concept. We will be flying in a Robinson R44 helicopter operated by JNC Helicopters, a company based in Durban. Our first flight is from the Zumat base in Hluhluwe to Msileni Hospital in the north. Our pilot is Yanni Roos, and there is no prizes for guessing who the handsome fellow is on the right. Arriving at Msileni, we inspect the landing zone, or LZ, before touching down next to the hospital. With Drs. Joseph Mgano and Sandy Inglis on board, we leave for Bethesda Hospital, where they will be helping out today. At Bethesda, we pick up Dr. Fundwa Matanjwa and dietitian Tanya Alberts. They will be visiting 2 rural clinics today, and Upansi Clinic is first on our list. Less than 10 minutes after taking off from Bethesda, we touch down right next to the clinic. After seeing their patients, we are off to KwaZulu Clinic, 10 minutes flying time away. This would normally take about 45 minutes drive. On landing at Hluhluwe, we get a warm welcome from the locals. Inside the clinic, people wait their turn to see the doctors. Some travel from many miles to access this vital service. After completing the work at Hluhluwe, it's time for us to head back to Bethesda Hospital. Today the doctors saw more than 50 patients at the two clinics and have been spared at least 2 hours driving time on very poor roads. Back at Bethesda, Dr. Matenjwa shares his thoughts on the effectiveness of being flown to clinics.
Fundo Matenjwa, medical officer at Bethesda. I think today made it much easier because we only traveled for less than 15 minutes to get to the clinics. Especially with the shortage then of doctors here, one can start with the ward rounds just about every day and hope to get to the clinics by 12 o'clock and be done by 3 o'clock. So it's much better service than traveling by road, which would take 2 hours to get to the clinics every day.
At Bethesda, we pick up Doctors Inglis and Muganu and return to Msleni Hospital.
Right, well, we've just had the most amazing flight from Msleni right up to Bethesda Hospital, and I don't think I've ever travelled in such style. We've been in a lovely Robertson 44 helicopter, and we got to our clinic in about 20 minutes. Had a great clinic, and we got back in much the same time. So it really makes our job a lot easier, and it makes the service provided up there in the hills a lot better. So I think it's fantastic service, and I would highly encourage it. I thought Joseph will have more to add to that. Over to you, Joseph.
Thank you, Sandy. My name is Joseph Mugani. Well, just like he said, we left here around 8:30. It didn't take us 15 minutes to get there, and we think the guys are doing a very good contribution to the community, and we really recommend that they may continue doing so. And we think actually we're impacting our society because in one way or the other we have to contribute to the upliftment of the community, and well done, and keep it up. Thank you.
On the way back to the Zumat base at Hluhluwe, Yanni and I reflect on the fact that we have been part of something truly worthwhile. The doctors saw just over 100 patients between Bethesda and the two clinics. The total flying time with the doctors on board was 1.5 hours. If they had driven, it would have taken them nearly 4 hours to travel the 220 kilometers by road. It has been proven now that helicopter clinic flights are effective in bringing healthcare to where it is needed most. Please support Zumat in reaching this goal. Included on this disc is a PDF file detailing our funding requirements to launch this program. Please view this document from your computer. And thank you for taking time to view this video.
Logo girl, low young mangalisa, logo girl, low young mangalisa. Mangi boni dandane, eya ihleli ngaphansi komthunzi, low young mangalisa. How? Ngaibuza igama layo, ayiphendulanga, yabheka phansi yase yakhala, izinyembezi. Nomathemba, wangishiya, zele ngingedwa unomathemba wami.